Okay, I know I said that the August garden went wild. September's worse. Okay, it is mid-September, and the garden has gone even more wild, if that's even possible. Like, crazy impossible. These are all of my finds from Myers on the clearance rack. They were like $2 or $3 a piece. So I'm going to cut them all back. They look rough, but they're perennials, so I'll just cut them back and they'll be just fine for next year. Here is the tromboncino squash that is on the other side of the fence. It has grown over and up our lights. My sweet potato vines underneath. Parsley. I love snapdragons. I didn't know this till last year, but snapdragons kind of have like a re-emergence in the fall. They will live like this until they'll even make it through the first frost. So they're super pretty, so I really like them a lot. I got them over here too. In here I have got a scarlet runner bean floating around through there. Here's the tree I tried to save for my mother. It is looking good. I think it's going to come back next year really pretty. Here's my lemon tree. This is my second full year with it, and no lemons, but it has probably doubled in size, so that's good. These are those Marguerite chamomiles. Are those pretty? That's a perennial that'll come back every year. Here is the tomatoes. These are all the paste tomatoes, and they are still growing pretty strong. I have a lot of tomatoes on here. I'm going to come out and pick all my red ones today. Here is more of that tromboncino vine coming out of everywhere. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to tie that guy up today. But you can see I got quite a few, school bus, red ones in here going. I got a little bit of blight on this end over here, but this end is looking beautiful and green still. So I should get enough tomatoes to do all my sauce. Here is my crazy volunteer sunflower. Good morning, bees. How are you? The bees love this sunflower. It's a branching one. These are all on the same stem. Can you see back there? It's kind of fallen over into my patch here. Underneath, I have got peppers. These are all pepper plants, and they are doing okay. Their production has slowed down a little bit, but they're still making flowers. We're supposed to have 80-degree weather for the next week and a half, 2 weeks. So I'm just going to keep going, and I'm going to take them all and pickle them through the end of the year, whatever we don't eat fresh. My nasturtiums are still gorgeous. Oh, green onions right there. This is lemon balm. I rehomed it here this year. It smells fantastic. Oregano. This corner looks a little rough. That's because these sunflowers kind of fell in there. But this is a center cut squash vine. Oh, there's one growing right there. That has kind of overtaken this corner. My green stalks had things in them, but they're starting to, oh, look at, can you see in there? I planted carrots in there. So these are baby carrots that are growing. Whether they'll make it in time, I don't know. This is a giant volunteer tomato plant that is actually growing behind there and has grown up and over. It's my favorite part of the garden. You never know what the heck's going to show up. Up there is that center cut squash, and here's another one. And they just meet up on top. And then this nasturtium, this is nasturtium right here. These round leaves, they're edible. They make this kind of flower. And then these pretty orangey light yellow ones. Hi, Train. And they're going bonkers. So I'll let those go until they're starting to die out right here. This one branch has started out, so I'll prune that back, but I'll keep these ones out. Back in here, good morning, Eleanor. I've got some rosemary and some coneflowers. This is some flowering parsley, so I can get some parsley seed this year. I have a random little baby sunflower in here. I don't know where she came from. And then this is all dead vines back here. We cut the back of them, so I got to pull all those out before winter here. But I have a watermelon tucked back in here, and these zinnias are doing really good too. See, pretty, pretty, pretty. I had a watermelon back here. She's gone. Chickens. Hello. Ugh. They've been eating corn. Good morning, ladies. Here's that tomato plant back here. Look at this. Trusses. It's just growing back here voluntarily. All right, over on this side. Good morning, Bailey. Here are my slicer tomatoes. Like I said, I'm going to pick all these today. I have got a good deal of tomatoes on here. They're even growing up on the shed roof. And like I said, it's going to get warm, so I might get a decent amount of these. And then I've got beans over here growing up. And then I got this anise hyssop, which I grew from seed this year, and it was slow going, but then it really took off. And this, between this and the salvia right here, the bees love it. It's the bees' favorite spot in the garden right now. This has kind of all gotten pulled out. There was a whole bunch of calendula here. I pulled it all out, and look, all new baby calendulas are growing. I dropped that many seed. That Cosmos back there, I'm kind of letting that go to seed and taking it for seed. And then these are all beans in here. I've got two kinds. These big fat ones right here, these are, let's see, those are the Sunset Runner beans. Those dry out. And then these ones are the Trionfo. They are a purple pole bean. Those ones I eat fresh. So they're kind of mixed in together on this big vine. This vine right under here that's going to powdery mildew is a Kajari melon that never made a melon, which is so sad. So the second year in a row I've not gotten one, which makes me sad. Okay. And then over here in this thing, I have got some dahlias that have not made flowers. Deb gave them to me and they're just not doing super great. Woo! Got died by my bee. These are moonflowers that Deb gave me that are doing beautiful. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then these are my cactus zinnias that I tried out this year for the first time, and I love them. I didn't think I would. Online, they looked funny to me, but in person, they're just so pretty. And they just kind of erupted in this middle here. I've got strawberry plants that are making some alpine strawberries. And then I do have these calendula in here along with my celery that is still growing new stalks. All right, let's head out from the backyard. Down the driveway, here are all my zinnias. Look at that. So many flowers. These are all the Benary's giant ones. I just got them in all different colors. And then these are my asters down here. They're much shorter, but look how pretty those are. Like this is kind of a new one. Isn't that pretty? And then they just kind of fade out. And even then they're pretty. I love them. And then behind there, I've got some kind of bean that I'm letting dry out. And I honestly won't remember what kind it is, and probably won't until I open one up and see the bean. So she is what she is. These are the ground cherries. They're kind of done for the year. They make like this thing right here. Look at it. It's like a little tomatillo. And then you open it up. Ta-da! Baby cherry. Poppies. Making some seeds. These are fall peas that I put in here. They're doing really, really good. Ground cherry has died. Over here I did the same thing. I put these peas in the same time as those. For some reason, things do not like to grow right here. I don't know why. These beans are doing okay, but these peas, not so much. Volunteer parsley plant growing in the ground. All right, the driveway. Driveway's pretty sad. Everything here's kind of dying. It's probably all going to get ripped out, and I'm going to put fall stuff in here in the next week or two. These are all my cherry tomatoes. I'm still getting some, so I hate to rip them out, but they've got some disease and stuff down there, some blight. So that's probably going to happen. This dahlia is about done. Looks like I got one more bud. This stuff is all done. Done. These all look really good. Look at all my babies. succulent babies. And then this is all cherry tomatoes. And these got blight earlier than other bed. These are just, I'm not even picking off this side anymore. They gotta just all come out. This guy over here, look how tall these cosmos are. Like, here's the Cosmo. This Cosmo is above my head. I have to lift this up for you to see the flower. They just kind of went nuts this year right there. And everything behind them did nothing. There's some random sunflowers just trying to make their way. I got this one little guy. And that's about it over here. So this all needs work. Out front, I've got some pots that have got some hydrangeas that are looking really good. I've got these begonias and these petunias. I always say I'm never gonna get petunias, and then I buy some thinking they're really, really pretty. And they are. She's really pretty. But they get long and leggy, and I just never like them. So next year, Stephanie, don't buy them. However, these begonias did beautiful up front because it's shady here. Once the trees fell in, they did super, super, super pretty nice. They look great going into fall. So I'm really happy about those. Same thing over here. These impatiens took off. I don't know why. These are my cucumbers. It looks like I got a little one right there. We've only got enough cucumbers to snack on this year. We didn't get enough to actually preserve, but I did get some from my friend and we preserved them, so I do have pickles for the year. Ava wanted to know if we could eat all the berries. I'm like, nope, those are for birds. I did rip this part apart. Looks pretty sparse. I used to have irises all in here. I ripped them all out, and I'm going to extend this area a little bit. This is my project right now because I do have 2 peony bushes on the end that keep dying early. So they'll come back in the spring, and I'm going to fill this in with some other stuff. This is our honeysuckle that rebloomed. I'm going to tie it up and kind of tie it more to this fence and then fill that in. Over here, again, these snapdragons, on film they don't look like they're all that awesome, but in person they're just so cool. Yarrow. This is also tomatoes back here, slicer tomatoes. You can see I got a couple in there. A little bit of blight in the bottom down in here, so I got about 2 more weeks of that. This is amaranth. This is my first year to grow an amaranth. It's all going to start seeding right now, it looks like, so I should probably decide if I want to cut that or let it live. I'm not really sure. I got some more of those Triunfo beans in here. This area is also getting redone. I don't know if it'll be in the fall or in the spring, but it's getting a little crazy. This bush is getting a little crazy. We gotta do something different. Okay, this side of the house, this sweet woodruff has kind of gone everywhere. She's gonna get a major haircut. I've got some alyssum in here and some sedum. Back in here, I've got a whole bunch of lilies. Those are all gonna come out of there. I'm not sure what I'm putting there yet, but they're getting moved. Phlox. I've got oregano back here. I let all this oregano go to seed. The bees love it in the fall. I've got some sage. Looks like some lemon balm has made its way in there. Oh, it's about to get loud. There's a garbage truck coming. Here is the queen lime zinnia in the lime color. Isn't that pretty? It's so different. It looks so cool up here. And then there's my rose bush I'm trying to save. My black-eyed Susans. All right, hold on. Okay. And then down here I've got some more alyssum. Got the purple and the white. And these are my very favorite snapdragon called Orange Wonder. I got my seeds from Ally Gardner. And then I've just got a giant mess of stuff that needs to be cleaned out. This is my delphinium. I'm letting these go to seed. And then I'll put the seed right back in this pot so that I have more seed to overwinter. And I got parsley in here too. Some more zinnias because honestly, you can't have too many. Look at all the different levels of petals. It's so pretty. And this guy's new to me this year. It's really, really pretty. It's not edible. This is a hyacinth bean. It makes these pods like this. You can't eat them, but it's gorgeous. The vine's just gorgeous. So this next year I am going to grow this now that I've figured out how to grow it in a better spot where it's somewhere I can't reach it. And I think I'm going to have it grow up the ladder so it's on the house. Back here's all getting redone next year too. Like I said, I'm putting a bed back here. But for now, I've just got some more zinnias. A cucamelon plant back there that never did anything. And then I've got a giant pole bean situation happening back here. I don't know if you can kind of see them, but there's some beans in there. And they're flat beans, like a Romana type. And they are, we're just eating them fresh. Whatever's back there that I can't get to, I'll let go to seed and use for seed for next year. These are peppermint stick zinnias. Look at the colors. They get flecks of different colors in them. I don't know if you can really kind of see. They got that color, and then there is this. Oh, this one right here looks nice. See, they get kind of like the peppermint stick on them. The bees really like those. Some dahlias, some more zinnia. I've got a zinnia problem. I know that I do. It's all right. These are all volunteer snapdragons in the corner. Hey, pretty girls. And then this wall is starting to look a little rough, a little overgrown. Here in the corner, I've got some salvia. And then I've got these cone flowers. These always look terrible this time of year, but I always leave them for the bees until they get, like, I'll start cutting like this guy down. But until then, I kind of leave them alone. This is that big Tromboncino vine that's going in the backyard. And over here. The sunflowers are kind of coming to an end. The big ones. So I'm cutting them down as they die here. See, I went through and deadheaded a bunch of these guys. And then these are all tomatoes. These are the tomatoes from the other side that have flopped over to this side. Isn't that freaking cool? Hey, baby. And then here is another Tromboncino vine. And some sunflowers. This whole wall is full of zinnias. Random sunflower, random weed. That's kind of a pretty coloring, isn't it? Look at that. It's like dusky looking in the middle. I have to save seeds from that one. And then here's that Tromboncino vine looking terrible at the bottom, but still producing. This is the sunflower I'm saving seeds from. How pretty is this guy? Isn't she gorgeous? I'm just so in love with her. So she actually broke in a windstorm, and I put her back up and taped her so that I can get seeds for next year. She's so pretty. I have no idea what kind she is. Oh, look, the Tromboncino squash. Ah. And then here's the back fence. This is where Logan came through and cut all these vines down except for the ivy. Look, there's Tromboncino squash on top of the chicken coop. That's funny. All right, here's the garden. The garden is just looking a little odd. I've got some sunflowers still popping, even though the tops have all died on these. All these little side shoots are coming out, so I'm leaving them. Right here I have got 3 rows of beans that I planted for fall. If they get up and get flowering soon, I might get beans before fall. It's always a gamble with those, but they are a 50-day variety, so it might happen. I have some golden beets growing back here. Can you see them? They're kind of hiding under the nasturtiums. And those can take a frost, so those are okay. Here's all the peppers back here. Still going strong. Paprika peppers. My zinnias. These are the polar bear. Those are really cool. And then I've got a couple rows of Detroit red beets here. And then back in there I have got all my cayenne peppers still going. And then I've got a giant bunch of mixed zinnias. Ooh, look at this nasturtium. Isn't that pretty? I love when they have these variegated leaves like this that go with different colors. They're just so pretty. Up here is my melon patch, which did not do well. I had to tear most of it out, and whatever's left, the squirrels have gotten. So I'm not really sure about that one this year. Over on this side, I have more peppers. There's a variegated fish pepper. Look at those leaves. They're so pretty. And I've got my shishitos back here, and there's a banana pepper, some more polar bears. I'm gonna watch where I'm walking here. All right, that is my my allium. It is done for the year now, but that's a bee favorite. Got some calendula up in front, and then this is all watermelon vine. I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 watermelons out here. So one of them is probably ready to harvest. This week is sports week, so we're not going to pick them this week, but this weekend I might pick one. And then these, aren't those pretty? Those probably dry beautifully. I need to dry some of these. These are a queen lime. I don't know which queen lime color they are, but those are so pretty. Hanging out in the corner. So there she is. February garden. February garden. Holy cannoli. September garden. Still kicking pretty good. A couple more good weeks at 80s and I should get quite a bit more produce out of it. I'm slowly just kind of working stuff into fall. All right, this is my favorite part of the garden this year. You're so pretty.